Hello friends, this is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Diego, California, where the sun just finally poked through today, even though it's a little cool here for us, about 60 degrees. I know, you guys think that's really funny that that's cold, but here it's kind of cool, and my house is always kind of cool, so that's why. Anyway, I have some exciting stuff to share with you today. I'm hoping some people will come on so that I can actually see some comments here. But anyway, we've got some, oh, why is it not coming up? Hold please, I'm trying just to make sure that we are coming up and actually playing. There we go. Good. I'm hoping some people will come on so you can get a little feedback here. And anyway, what we are going to be doing today is a little sneak peek. I'm going to show you what I got in my pre-order. Didn't get a lot, but got some. Just like you guys, I have to pace myself. And also that lets me see what other people are doing, as well as what you guys get to see what I'm doing. And we're going to be using some of my pre-order materials to make a simple card. It's one of my favorite layouts, but I love using it. So just a few things of what's going on in Stampin' Up. I think I'm going to put you down so that you can see what I'm talking about here. So, whoops, as you know, we are getting towards the end of our mini catalog, so that everything that you get right now is while supplies last. And there's a ton of stuff on sale. So I just wanted to show you something I picked up that was on sale, which is these Apple Harvest stamp set is still available and is actually going to carry over into the next catalog. But these Apple dies that were part of the Perfect Partners set of dies that they released kind of midway through, these are on sale. They were regularly $35 because there's a million dies, including all these really pretty ones that don't even match, you know, the pretty flowers and leaves and this cool little edge piece. These dies were $35. They're on sale for $14. That's 60% off. So hoping you guys can pick up some great deals. There are lots of these dies. I think there's 6 or 8 that were in that Perfect Partners thing, and they are all on sale. So if you had any of those stamp sets, like this Apple Harvest one that I just got, because I was trying to not buy everything in the catalog, but then I saw this and I'm like, okay, that's it, getting it. So lots of good deals right now in the last chance, as well as in the clearance rack. Clearance rack has a ton of stuff and it's mostly still there. I don't think a lot is sold out yet. And then the other thing is these cards and envelopes that I've been telling you about. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can get this little add-on. For $10, you get 16 cards, 4 of each of these colors. And these are full-size cards and full-sized envelopes. So that's a pretty darn good deal. And the Paper Pumpkin matches this. The Paper Pumpkin I showed you last week is the little boxes, but you can only get those that hold gift cards. You can only get that December Paper Pumpkin through December 10th. So the other thing I wanted to show you right now is I am going to be selling these mystery boxes, I'm calling them. So these are boxes that are medium-sized U.S. Postal Service boxes. So they're actually pretty big. They're like, how big are these? I don't know, they're like 12 inches by 8.5 inches. And they hold a lot. And I have full, and I'm selling them for $50 plus $20 for shipping and handling. So I'm just going to show you a sneak peek in here, and you can see, or I will tell you what's, you know, you're seeing just a little bit of what's in here. You're not going to know what's going to be in each of them. I have 7 of them, but there is a minimum of 10 stamp sets, and at least 2 of the stamp sets, like here's your one, has, maybe not, but it's going to be packed full. There's at least several $100s worth of product, and I'm selling it mystery box, $50, and I've only got 7 of them. So if you want one, please let me know your PayPal account, and I will invoice you, or we can do it through Venmo. So you can see my email up at the top, stampwithdrrobin@gmail.com. You can email me for more information. So the next thing I'm going to do is show you some stuff that I got early for the January through April mini catalog. Now notice it's January through April, because last year it was January through June, but they've decided to stop it in April this time so that you can have time to get to the new annual catalog. So this is what's called the Country Floral Lane Suite. I actually got everything in the suite, and I will show it to you. A beautiful stamp set. I believe it's, yep, photopolymer. Just so you note too, there are some stamp sets that you can get either photopolymer or the red rubber cling, they call it. And those will be noted in the catalog, so pay attention to that. So this is a punch, and you'll see when we get to it, this not only punches out the hearts, etc., but it matches some of the designer series paper. So let's get to that. I'll leave that over to the side so you can see it. So there's actually 2 designer series papers and in this suite. So here's the first one. This is called Country Floral Lane. It has balmy blue, mint macaron, mossy meadow, petal pink, and sweet sorbet. So the red in here is sweet sorbet. And obviously it's 12 by 12, has some pretty little things on the back. This is my favorite one. Look at that cute little bicycle. I was just thinking as I was unpacking it too, wouldn't it be cute to have that little cutout bicycle that was in those windmill dies from last year? Wouldn't that be cute? With that, don't tell anybody I kept that. I can still use that. And that's just a nice balmy blue background. Another balmy blue, little teeny hearts. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, so this was the one I was telling you fits exactly in the punch. So isn't that cool? Very cool. I'll just answer my own questions. Is there anybody on out there? All right, nice stripe. Oh, that's really pretty. And little hearts. So you can see these back ones can be used, you know, and the front ones even, not just for Valentine's Day, because a lot of them are just more floral than they are hearts. So that's really cool. And then the other paper that goes with this is called Country Gingham, and you get 8 each of 6 different patterns. And so this, even though they're 6 by 6, it's pretty much mimicking your what you would get in a normal paper pack. Normally when we have 6 by 6, you get just like 4 of 12 different ones. Now you're just getting 8 of 6 different ones. And so these colors are Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet also. So you see here's the front, and then the backs are the greens and blues. So this is just wonderful paper to use. Like you could use this with some greenery dyes, things like that. And then we've got some sequins, pastel adhesive back sequins. And these are, what color? Hold on. Gold, Petal Pink, and Balmy Blue. So I love it when they make them adhesive backs. I find that I just don't use those sequins much when they're not adhesive back. And then this is a 2-pack of ribbon. So you've got this is 1/2 inch maybe? Yeah, 1/2 inch kind of crumb cake, as well as the red. Oh, that's interesting. It's real red, even though it's Sweet Sorbet in the colors here, but it still goes with that Sweet Sorbet. And even, you know, sometimes the 1/2 inch ones are a little hard to use or tie. This one's pretty soft. I know it looks like it could be more burlap-y-ish or something, but it's actually pretty soft, so I think it will be easy to work with. And it has these little white stitching on it, which is cool. All right. You know, I also just got some miscellaneous stuff on my order that I'm not going to show you. This is a sea turtle. Now, I don't know if any of you have gotten any of these before, but they are meant to be used on either side. And then the other side you can stamp with, and it will give you basically like a background for the bubbles, if that makes sense. So we'll use this on another day, and I'll show you what that means. This is a large background stamp, so this would take an F block, called Watercolor World. And there we go. I think we're back. I'm hoping you guys are still there. Okay, putting you down again. Are you still there? Hello? Okay, I don't know what happened. Can you see that? There we go. All right, looks like we saw the turtle, and then not sure if we saw this. I'm gonna wait until things catch up with me, so sorry about that if we have to sit here and wait, because it does look like something happened. Oh, my internet is being stupid, but anyway, should we just keep going here? Okay, we saw that. And then we saw that again. So let's see if we're gonna see. Well, these are the Like an Animal Designer Series papers. And they are foiled on one side, and then the other side are just paper. So hopefully you guys can see that. All right, I'm gonna move along here, hoping that y'all will catch up. Just a couple of random things I got that I'm really excited about. So one is this Raindrops embossing folder. Came with a set that I really didn't get the whole set, but hopefully you can, or yet I should say. I think this rainbow embossing folder will be really cool for a bunch of different things. And then the other thing I'm really excited about are these little baby blending brushes. So you get 3 of them in a pack, just so you can see the difference. Here's a big blending brush with the little blending brush, and you can see that you will get coverage on these littler tiny places a lot better with these blending brushes. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. All right. And then the last thing I'm going to go over is we kind of went over this before, but this is what I'm going to use to make my card with, which is the Fancy Flora set. And this is actually a mega suite. There are 2 stamp sets and dies that go with it. I've just got one. This is the Something Fancy, and notice, I think I pointed this out before, they've now got the dies with the same names as the stamp set. And so that is really, really exciting. So we don't have to be going, now what's that die name again? And so I got this one because I just love these dies and the sentiments that are on the Something Fancy stamp set. So we'll be using these two nesting dies today. Notice the cool little outside on here. And then this is the paper that goes with them. This is the Fancy Flora paper. And this paper was actually made, I think they've made ones like this before, because it looks like, I guess that's acrylic paint. And that's exactly what it was. It was somebody painted onto canvas and they photographed it. And there's lots of different colors in here. That would be cool for using with the turtles, huh? And you notice that the back really corresponds well with the front of these. These ones will, for instance, correspond well together, but a lot of them are just kind of on their own. Oops, I think we've got duplicates here. And this is one of my favorite ones, and this is the one that we're going to be using today. Wish they had put something different on the back. Not a big fan of that dark thing on the back. And then to match with this, we've got a Pool Party, feels like a grosgrain almost, only softer ribbon. And then we've got these embellishments that are called, what are they called? Iridescent Pastel Gems. And they are in Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue, and Gold. I guess these are gold. They almost look clear, but they just have a little bit hint of color in there. So, what we are going to make today out of this paper is this sympathy card. It's just an easy, fun fold. I love doing this fold for a couple reasons. One, I don't have to use this whole piece of paper because, if I made this, 4 by 5 1/4 for the background, I could only get 1 out of here. But instead, we're getting 2. So this is just the other half of that piece of paper here. And that's what we're going to do our card with this time. So, hold on here for just a sec. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing. There are these opaque adhesive backed gems that you'll find in the catalog and on some random page And it's not part of a suite, but I picked them up because I think they go really well with a lot of what's in this suite, don't you think? Like, look at that in there. Just a lot of the different colors that are in here. So I thought it would be really pretty later on to use those. Didn't use it on this card quite yet. All right, so let's put this to the side. And if you get lost at all with any of these, later on I will have posted on my blog, stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com, and it'll have all the measurements and stuff. So this was a full sheet, regular or half sheet, of the Evening Evergreen, 5.5 by 8.5, but then I cut it down to 7.25. So it's still scored at 4.25, but now it's 7.25. It has that little bit cut off. And then I've got a little piece of the soft succulent and a piece of that gorgeous fancy flora paper. And of course, because I've been finishing up a lot of holiday cards, we've got dimensional backs everywhere. So this piece is 2 3/4 by 4.25. No, 2 3/4 by 5.25. And this piece is just a very slim 1/8 inch bigger. Oh, so you know, you don't have that big area around. I wanted just a teeny bit of accent to show through. And then it fits on here again with just a really small margin around it. Now we cut off 1.25 inches here. And so when I do this, what I do is whatever I cut off, I make this little extra, so it's 1.25, but it'll just be hidden because we moved it in. Usually I move it in a 1/4 inch, but you know, so it's more covered by this. But because my margins, I double did this, and my margins are 1/8. This one's only 1/8, so it's 1.25 by, let me see, 5 3/8. And part of the reason I like using this multi-purpose glue is so that I can move it around if I need to. And what I was doing there was checking that the top and the bottom are equal. And this is just for my inside. I decided not to put anything on my inside since it's kind of, you know, smaller than normal. I wanted to have enough space to write on. And so this is 2 7/8 by 5 3/8. So again, same size here, and you can see it's pretty well hidden behind there. You could also, I think I will do that because I just saw a little bit of it peeking up there. Is move it over just a smidgen like that and have a little edge like that. So you can see that one looks like that, and that one's right abutting it. Either one looks good. I just, when I closed it, I saw a teeny bit of that showing, so I wanted to cover it up. Okay, so now let's make our little sentiment. And remember those sentiment dies that I showed you? Anybody watching here? So these were nesting dies. So we got one in the Evening Evergreen and the other one in your basic white. And I'm using some soft succulent ink here. And it says with deepest sympathy. And unfortunately, cut that edge here. Unfortunately, I've been using a lot of my sympathy cards lately, so I decided I would replenish them a little bit. And we will go ahead and put that on here. Trying to line up top and bottom so we get about the right show. There we go. And then we're gonna just put a few dimensionals on the back. Now, I'm gonna tell you, don't do what I did before, which is I put a dimensional all the way out here, and that's not gonna work. Why? Because we have this part kind of sticking up there. And then I'm just gonna take a little piece of this soft, succulent open weave ribbon and do it something like that. That look good? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of tear and tape and put my finger kind of where I want it. Except I gotta find the start of it. Yeah, I want something kind of strong to hold this down. Push it down real hard and then you can peel off that tape really easily. Let's trim that edge first. See if that's going to work. Nope, let's make it go up just a little bit more. And that's going to totally cover it. So let's just cut off that little edge there. Don't ask me how long that little ribbon was, because I don't know, it was just a little actual piece that was sitting there for some reason. I probably had planned on using it on a different card and decided not to, so I want to leave just a little bit over here. And then you can use that piece now to just kind of lift it up. And then we, of course, need some bling action here. So I just used one big and one small of these adhesive back gems. Now this one says it's gold, but I don't know about you, it doesn't look so gold to me. Maybe tan, maybe, I don't know, just not gold. So that's it. So that's how we get two pieces of this cards out of one that looked like full card fronts out of this one piece of paper. Pretty cool, huh? All right, well, I don't know if anybody was watching me live today since things were going so crazy, but go back and watch again because it actually worked out today. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna pull you up. And like I said, hopefully you can check it out over on the blog, as well as let me know if you want to buy one of my mystery boxes for 50 bucks, get at least $200 worth of product. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you next Monday at 1 Pacific time. Thanks.